Okay, my name is Karthik and I have done my MTech in IIT Kharagpur. I am here to teach you the subject EMTL. I am here to teach you the subject EMTL. So, I already introduced myself that I have done my MTech in IIT Kharagpur. Okay, after the completion of my MTech, I started preparing for IES. During my preparation, I met a beauty and I fell in love. And I used to spend more and more time with that beauty and neglecting all other beauties, and as usually I am not able to crack IES. And the beauty I met is nothing but my subject EMTL. Okay, so I concentrated more on this subject, neglecting all other subjects. That's why I am not able to crack IES, and I started my career by teaching this subject only, EMTL. So we are going to do a journey with this subject for at most 36 hours. And most of the students are in the illusion that this subject is very tough, dry and boring. But actually this subject is very simple, interesting and beautiful. So I'll start my lecture with forces. So there are two types of forces. What are they? They are nothing but contact forces and another is field forces. So what are these contact forces means? That means suppose if I am staying here and another person is staying nearby me. Suppose he want to apply a force on me, how he will apply? He will either pull me or push me with his hands. That is, he has to apply the force through the physical contact, isn't it? That is nothing but the contact forces, and we are very much familiar with those type of forces. They are nothing but the contact forces. And there are other type of forces are there in nature which can interact with the matter or which can act on the matter without any physical contact. Okay, they can interact with the matter over longer distances without any physical contact. Those type of forces we called as field forces. Okay, and one such type of force you are regularly experiencing and you are very much familiar with that force. What is that force? That force is nothing but gravitational force, isn't it? That is a field force. So first one is gravitational force. There are other type of field forces. They are nothing but electromagnetic forces and nuclear force, strong and nuclear force, weak. Okay, these are the field forces. These forces also called as basic forces of nature. These forces are also called as basic forces of nature. Why these forces are called basic forces of nature means the science and technology that is developed today and going to develop in future, everything is based upon these forces only. Everything is built upon these forces only. So this is the base for everything. That's why we call this as basic forces of nature. And in these basic forces of nature, we are going to concentrate on the electromagnetic forces. That is this one, electromagnetic forces. The beauty of these electromagnetic forces is, if you observe, all the other three field forces is having the property of only attraction. But my electromagnetic forces is having the property of both attraction and repulsion. Okay, so here we are going to start the subject with this electromagnetic forces. Okay, so now our subject is electromagnetic forces. So what's the importance of these electromagnetic forces in our daily life is, if you see, this is the electric field and this is the magnetic field. Without this electric field and magnetic field, you don't have voltages and currents. Can you imagine a single subject in our EC and EEE stream without these voltages and currents? No, we cannot imagine a single subject. Everything is built upon these electromagnetic forces only. And again, we will get, from this you will get electricity. Okay, we all know how much important role this electricity is playing in our daily lives. Okay, now a major breakthrough occurs in the scientific world after the discovery of electromagnetic waves. Here comes the hero of this subject, and who can put along with the greatest scientists like Einstein and Newton. Okay, he is none other than James Clerk Maxwell. What he has done is, he formulated all the basic laws of electromagnetism into 4 mathematical equations, and those 4 mathematical equations we call them as Maxwell's equations. What he has done from these Maxwell's equations is, he predicted the existence of electromagnetic waves, and also he discovered that these electromagnetic waves are traveling with the velocity of light. Oh, what a discovery it is. We all know that only light can travel with the velocity of light, and nothing in this universe can travel with that speed. Now my electromagnetic waves are traveling with that speed. That means what? My electromagnetic waves are nothing but light. Okay, light is also a form of electromagnetic energy, and it is also a form of electromagnetic wave. Okay, so there comes the discovery of light is a form of electromagnetic waves only. Okay, and after few years, Hertz discovered radio waves, and these are also electromagnetic waves only. But why this is behaving as light and why this is behaving as radio wave? It depends upon their frequency range. Depending on their frequency range, they are acting as radio waves and they are acting as light waves, light. And another thing you have found out is infrared rays, and again UV rays, X-rays, gamma rays. All these are nothing but electromagnetic waves only. Depending on their frequency range, they are acting differently. It's just like single God in different avatars, isn't it? Okay, so it's just like that. And depending on the frequency range, they are categorized into these categories. Now we call the frequency range as spectrum. Okay, spectrum means it represents a frequency range, and all these are nothing but electromagnetic waves of different frequency range. Hence they put the name for this as electromagnetic spectrum. Now can you imagine our lives without these radio waves, which is playing a major role in the part of communication? Can you imagine without this light? Okay, the whole planet would be in dark without this light. Okay, so each frequency range of electromagnetic waves is having its own huge number of applications. There is no limit for that applications. Okay, so that's the beauty of this subject, and that's the importance of this subject. Okay, so you guys have to prepare well this subject. It is very, very interesting, and it is very, very beautiful. And you will agree with my opinion after the completion of this subject. Okay, so now what is required in order to understand this subject? What actually requires in order to understand this subject is, you require some mathematical basics. Okay, that is nothing but vectors. Why we require vectors means, here my electric field and magnetic field, they are nothing but the vector quantities. So I require some vector basics in order to study this electromagnetism. Okay, so